Hey there, everyone. Jacqueline Jax for AVA Live Radio. So I am pouring through the Oscars. Last night I got to watch all of the performances, and yes, and I got to see Will Smith smack Chris Rock, which is interesting. We'll have to talk about that. We have to talk about that. But first, I don't want to talk about it until we talk about Billie Eilish because she is just such a force. I mean, my God, who would have ever thought that Billie Eilish and Finneas would have turned out to be such amazing songwriters? I mean, I wonder if their parents actually knew that when they first got started. Like, you guys are going to be like the best songwriters. You're going to be the youngest to win Oscars. Which, by the way, I'm just looking at this here on Newswire, and it says Billie Eilish makes history with her Oscars win as the youngest artist to win 3 awards for the same song. I didn't know that. That is quite incredible, you know? And yeah, and like they are really truly great songwriters. You know what I mean? I mean, even Phineas in his own, the two go together, right? And then apart, I watch him on YouTube sometimes, and I'm like, he's a super super duper talented guy. I mean, like they both really are, and for so young, it's a natural talent by far, right? Because when you have this ability, you either develop it and come into your own, or it's just there, and you're able to really like the tools don't get in your way because you become the tool, right? And I feel like a lot of the music that I hear from Billie Eilish and Phineas, and I know that there are skeptics out there saying that, they're not all that they're cracked up to be, but honestly, I think they are very groundbreaking. I think that they've always been inspiring to me because they don't let the tools get in the way, like I said before. A really good producer and a music maker is someone who doesn't focus so much on the latest and greatest equipment as what you can actually do with what you have. And I think this is a great example of that. These artists have developed all of their lives, but they're so young that it hasn't been that long. But still, they never, in the development of all the songs and everything they did together, they did it in their bedroom. It was bedroom production all the way, and it wasn't ever about we don't have the right equipment. It was about what can we do with our imaginations to transform nothing into something. And that's what I really admire about this songwriting team and why I think so many indie artists are inspired by them. I also feel like they rose from a niche over quite a few years of people following them and just kind of getting to know them and understand what they were doing. And that's why they got so powerful so fast, because the core audience that they had was alive, active, very young, and extraordinarily passionate about what they were doing and where they wanted this team to go and how they wanted people to realize what was going on with them. So I think that they really did fight the fight to get to where they are, but at the same time, that natural, amazing talent really shines through in everything we see them do. And there are lots of amazing talents out there, by the way, that never get seen. So they are in the top 1%, that fraction of people who actually get through from right timing and from just being consistent and staying at it and not ever giving up. Those are things that you always want to remember when you're pursuing, especially a creative career. So let's go ahead and watch Billie Eilish's performance with Phineas. This is No Time to Die. It's a James Bond movie. They always wanted to write a James Bond song, and they were always like putting it out there. Like if by any chance anyone thinks that we might be able to write a Bond song now that we're popular and famous, let us know because we'd be happy to do it. And it came their way. Talk about the presence of powerful thinking, huh? Absolutely. It's all the way there. Yeah, already with the music and the violence. I mean, I love this. I love James Bond songs.
I should have known I'd leave alone.
Oh, breathtaking.
Just goes to show that the blood you bleed is just the blood you hold. Was I stupid to love you? Was I reckless to help? Was it obvious to every
Okay, before it even gets to the powerful part, it's already started to be powerful. So I love the fact that he's playing in the song, playing the piano. His touch on the piano is so beautiful. It's like it's an incredible performance all on its own, and the music itself, even just removing Billie Eilish from it, could be like stand alone and just something I could listen to over and over and over again. And then you add Billie and her she's come into her voice like I've never heard her. I mean, she always had a great voice, but I think the touring and the real challenge on the vocals has really allowed her to reach so many more depths in her voice, and like little facets and little ranges of her voice that she didn't have before. I love those little intricate vibratos that she has that are just all of her own. They're very naturally accessed. They don't even seem forced. They don't seem practiced. They seem like she's just in that beautiful upper palate area where she's kind of like breathless and just not giving it so much air, but at the same time the vibrato is just rising up and naturally waving on that air on that upper side. It's just beautiful. You know what I mean? I really, really like that. Okay, so it started out, in other words, so well. Already blown away by her voice. It sounds amazing. She doesn't really naturally, she just now has such a great talent there in her vocal. So I'm always interested to see if she's ever gonna like really just bang out of this particular style and like surprise us one day and just say, hey, guess what I can do? You know what I mean?
Fool me once, fool me twice. I did paradise. Now you'll never see me cry.
Oh, those
There's
upper
just
areas.
no time to die.
So fragile.
I let it
Like a
burn.
lullaby.
You're no longer my concern now. Faces from my past return. Another lesson yet to learn that I've fallen for a lie.
Okay, by far, in my opinion, this is the best song of the night. I can see why, she won a Grammy for it. I think it's not only powerful and certainly lives up to the Bond reputation, which I'm a major Bondy fan, right? So, but like, I think it's so well written, so well composed. It's just beautiful. She's given us a classic, and a classic in 2022 is hard to come by. You know what I mean? I mean, we have so many trends and so many things happening, and here this beautiful songwriting team, this young songwriting team, comes out of nowhere and writes something that's like Diane Warren worthy and goes up against Diane Warren in a category that's a really tough category. They should be so proud, and so aside from the concerts, aside from the crazy troughs of fans, they should be so proud of what they've achieved, because this song itself is just a piece of art, and something that we will really love and cherish, and especially the Bond franchise will love and cherish it for decades to come. So her voice is now wrapped around and involved in a wonderful and powerful brand that will be rediscovered and discovered over and over again for literally decades.
You were never on my side.
It's like swept
Fool
away.
me once, fool me twice. I did the paradise. Now you'll never see me cry. There's just no time to die. No time to die.
I love the fact that she's done this in her own unusual way. Like even the gown, even the outfit she's wearing, it's Billie Eilish. It's not like Billie Eilish trying to be Whitney Houston at the Oscars. It's Billie Eilish. And she's even the backgrounds, the sets, it all kind of reflects the depth, the dimension, the whole world that she's created around her music and around Phineas, and the two of them together. I think that this is a really beautiful performance, and it's dark, yes. It's moody, yes. Music is very dark and moody, except for spring. Spring will be very bright, poppy, and lots of color and stuff. But she's kind of just hanging on to this moment in time. But it also suits the Bond film. I mean, because you literally, it wouldn't make any sense if they were walking, they were running around in high energy performance mode in bright pops of color, fitting the latest trend of comic graphics or your animation. But this, I just think, classic set, beautiful. She's understated. She didn't go too crazy with the makeup. She's just letting the voice lead the way, and that is a superstar for sure. Pretty good job. That's the Bond note right there.
There's just no time to die.
Oh, and a beautiful finish. Very well done, and a gorgeous finish to begin with, to end it all. What a nice performance! It was so powerful, and something that I'm sure this night is something Phineas and Billie Eilish will always remember and cherish as a pinnacle point in their career, because they've waited so long and hoped and prayed, and worked towards doing a Bond song. So that's really exciting. And like I said, it's iconic. And they've created a piece of iconic art for us all to enjoy for decades to come. So much appreciated. All right, guys, go look at my review on another beautiful Oscar performance by Beyonce if you want to come over and check out the channel. I'd love to see you subscribe. Don't forget to leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought of this performance, in any Bond songs that you've liked in the past, or any Billie Eilish songs that you particularly like right now. I actually am so excited to see a new song from her, because for some reason, I haven't seen anything really pop up in quite some time, come and think about it, in that 60,000 songs a day that get just tossed our way.